Good afternoon, everybody. This is Joy LaChere, and I have Brian Buenette with us. He's going to recap his journey since the last time we've seen him. In the meantime, I want to give a shout out to my sponsor, Luscious Moss Studio. It's owned and operated by Chad Christ in Edgewood, Washington. It's a very creative and collaborative environment, and I know that by heart because I go there to get my music produced. I do want you to give him a call. You can find him on Facebook. You can find him under Chad Quist or Luscious Moss Studio. And good luck. If you have any needs at all for a studio, he's there for the asking. I do believe you'll be able to contact him also uh, by going onto the internet and entering Luscious Moss Studio. With that, I do want to introduce our guest again. I have Brian Burnett on, and I see you're ready to play, Brian.
Yeah, hey, I figured this would be a great way to start.
Well, it is. So, what have you been doing? Let's give me a little bit of your background on your music and how y'all got started. And the last time I saw you was a couple of weeks ago, I think. At was it the Twin Dragon? I think so.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you brought us one of your rare visits. I was there that night. Okay, so go ahead and I will. If I disappear from the screen, just hold on. I'm doing that because I want them to see your full screen. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Okay.
So go ahead with your answer, right, Brian, and I'll be right back.
So there's a lot been going on since I last saw you. A lot of big life changes. A lot of a lot of life. It's been like super extra. I don't know if anybody else can relate, but it certainly has been for me. And so I kind of feel like I'm going through this like transformation.
Well, obviously you are. It looks wise because I've never seen you with that look. It's a good look.
Thank you.
Uh, so when did you first pick up the guitar and why did you pick it up?
Let's see. First picked up the guitar. I was 14 years old. It was the summer before my freshman year, so that would have been 1995, summer of '95. My brother came home. Mormon family. My brother came home from a mission, and he had a guitar. I hadn't seen him for years and years and years. He's a stepbrother. We didn't like live in the same house growing up together, really. In the early, it wasn't until later. Anyway, he comes home, and he has a guitar. He plays this little 2-chord ditty and sings songs about loving and needing and wanting to hold on to, and he's like, it's like a love song to this girl, right? And boy, it just hit me like I want to do that, and so he taught me a few chords, and then from there it was just a matter of chinga chinga chinga, make up songs, and learn songs here and there. But it's always been a songwriter kind of like my original inspiration and vision, because it was something that he had made and expressed,
Nice.
from his own, and so anyway, so he taught me some chords. I never really took any lessons, but I do have influences, and there's this guy in high school. His name's Jeff Cross. He played guitar in high school, and I saw him when I was first getting started, freshman year, and he'd been playing for a while. And he starts playing, and I'm like, ooh, wow, that's really good, wow, I could play that, And so it's just kind of been a journey between, for things since then, 95. So what is that? Is that almost 30 years?
Yeah, I don't know. I got to do the math. That was a long time ago. Yes, I'd say it's about 30 years at least.
Yep. So that's how long I've been doing this. It's been
Okay.
great. I
So,
okay.
where'd you go to school? Where'd you go to high school? Was that
Swim,
local there? Or were you in a different state? Where? What?
Swim High School. It's on the peninsula.
Oh, Scrim. Okay.
Yep. I'm currently on the peninsula right now. I'm in Port Angeles at
Ah,
Dungeon Pest Control. It's my brother's pest control company.
oh, cool. So you've given up the construction business?
They,
I don't know.
yes, in a sense, yes, but also no. Currently, I am working on my brother's house.
Ah, okay.
It, it,
So you didn't. You're still in wood. Into wood and nails and hammers. All right.
the
Yeah.
sandpaper and gypsum and dust
Yeah.
and mud.
Yeah. And bad thumbs. Uh,
Yeah,
my dad was a carpenter, so and he always seemed to have a problem with his thumbs. I don't know what it was, but obviously he
that's
hit him.
probably grips, just
Yeah,
grips.
is that what it is?
I think so.
So anyway, getting back to when was your first gig and did you get paid for it?
My very first gig, I think. Let me think. My very first gig was I was I think 17 years old. It wasn't actually, I don't know, it wasn't a gig per se, but for me it was.
Yeah.
I was asked to go to the elementary school and play for the kindergartners,
Ah,
and the news, the newspaper was there for that and like did a whole.
no.
And so no, I did not get paid for that, but it was
Were you
really
nervous?
oh yeah, but not well, no, for the kindergartners, no way,
Yeah, nah.
no, but
But
I
the
mean,
fact that you had the newspaper there, that would have done me. And I don't know about you.
well, I don't know. It wasn't like a bunch of cameras in your face
Oh, okay.
necessarily, but I mean, there were, yeah,
That was fun.
getting gun shy when you're being, photographed or videotaped. That would be tough, right? Well, what are we doing right here?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after that, did you continue it or did you? I know you were in a different state. Was it Ohio for a while?
Yeah, that was just 2020 and 21, like half of 21 that I
Okay.
was over there. That was a very interesting experience too.
Yeah.
So I went there, and as far as music goes, I mean, I didn't know anybody, so I really like tried to put myself out there as much as I could.
Did they have
Who
jams?
wants to do what, like to do jams or find open mics and things like that. I did find one. I was juniors open mic. I can't remember what day of the week it was, Tuesdays or Wednesdays or something.
Yeah.
And the guy there that ran the sound for it, his name's Todd Tracy. He's a really cool dude. He does. I mean, the guy should be, controlling the arena sound. He's really, really good. He's awesome. Anyway, so I found this spot, and the people that were there were really cool, and I was very well received, and I was able to just kind of, just kind of spread my wings in that area. I did try out. I was like, I would go do anything just about, as long as it was like original art, expression. And that's where I ran into like my biggest, challenge was finding people that were, in the vein of, like original, artistic expression rather than playing cover songs.
Right.
And not very many. It's just like, scene around here is pretty much, this is what it is, So, but I did find one guy. His name is Larry. Super cool dude. Lareth, I think, is his YouTube thing. And he great dude. He and I, he played drums, and I played guitar, and we did one show. I think it was one. Yeah, I think we did one show
And this is while you were in Ohio, correct?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, yeah, right. You were asking about Ohio,
Yeah.
so yeah, this is the Ohio story.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So right before we moved back, we knew we were moving. He and I did a show at this place, uh, Taffy's, I believe. What it's called, Taffy's, in Eaton, Ohio. Yeah, which is a jaunt of a drive, maybe 45 minutes at least. I don't remember exactly, but that's where Larry lived, and and this Taffy's is a nice little venue, stage, good, good space.
Yeah.
And they sell like coffee and beer and wine and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So then you came here, and how long did it take you to find the Twin Dragon? Because I was right about the time I think you started showing up.
Yeah, okay, so I lived in Carnation. Uh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Moved to Carnation in August of 21, so 3 years ago, and it wasn't until what was it? Maybe I think it was the following year, probably a year and a half later.
Okay. So
Um,
what were you doing prior to that?
what do you? Oh, to
Excuse me. Before you found the Carnation gig, what were you doing prior to that?
well, I mean, they had. I knew that Miller's had the
Yeah,
last
Incarnation.
Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miller's Incarnation open mic. It's really a special spot because
Yes.
if you want
I
to
was
go in
just
to
there
really,
last month.
yeah, if you want to
Yeah.
go in there to really just be received and heard and whatever, like it's you don't have to play over anybody. Nobody's trying to talk over you really. I love that room. It sounds so good in there.
Yes, it's very acoustic. It really is. I wonder if those were the same people that ran the gem. There's a little is that Incarnation? Yes, it is Incarnation, I believe. There's a little pizza shop there now across from the Carnation Cafe. And that used to be the greatest jam place. This guy was a musician. He opened it, and we all went there. And it had a place to play out in the patio. Had a place to play inside. It was just the greatest place. A lot of people there.
Red pepper.
Huh?
Red pepper pizza. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I don't know what the name of it is, but on the one side there's on the opposite side of the street there's a Carnation Cafe, and then there's a coffee shop.
Yeah, Sandy's right there. Yeah, that's my neighborhood. Like that's like I live just right down the street from all of
walking distance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at any rate, that's the reason I was asking is did you ever? You weren't there. I think they must have quit by the time you came along. So you never. It was a pizza place when you got there, right? That pizza place that there's now was actually a venue, and it was a little bar.
Are you talking about Maltby Pizza?
No.
No, the one.
Yeah. So you never jammed there. It was a pizza place by the time you got there, correct? Okay.
Oh, it was okay. Oh man, that sounds really cool.
Yo, it was. It really was. He had been big time performer type guy, and he opened this little place, and man, that place was packed. You could hardly get in and get up to sing. I went there a few times, and I loved the atmosphere. It was a great place. So I wondered if he was the same guy that did Miller's, but I had never met the man who owned that place, that little bar by the pizza place.
Well, you've given me something to start asking people about because now I'm interested in the story.
I'll tell you, if they've been around for any length of time, they'll remember that place and the music. It was pretty loud. I'm sure the whole town heard it, like especially outside where they were. But moving right along from there, I have about 3 weeks ago, I think they had their jam. It was July. It must have been July. I went back there and I performed. And do you know Jessica Flom? Little bitty gal we used to see.
Sounds really familiar. I probably do.
Okay, she has a ukulele and a big voice, and she's been operatic trained. She's from Ukraine, or not, not from
Yeah,
Ukraine.
see that. I think I
Nevada.
saw her at Miller's open mic.
Yeah, yeah, and she was there, and I had just met her down the street in Duval at Grazie's, and my God, that girl was impressive. She's just hot little gal. So from there, you found Twin Dragon, and then you started going to, and I'm telling your story for you, but
Perfect. No.
we had an interview, and after that time, you were doing a job somewhere in Seattle, and you found another place that apparently was what do they call that? Uh,
Improv.
yeah,
Mojo.
improv. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, it was there was a project in Greenwood that was like October of 22, I believe.
yeah,
And
it's been a while.
yeah, it was Mojams. Mojam is Yo Jam. Yeah, big shout
You,
out to.
you must have ended up really with some interesting group of people there because when you came back to the Twin Dragon, your whole you must have written some original music or something because your presentation had changed and you were a little different than you were when you first came in. Would you like to explain how that happened, or did you notice it, or?
Oh,
And I'm still mad at you because you won't play Billie Jean. Billie Jean, is it Billy Joel? That
Billie Jean.
Mike, huh?
Oh,
Billie
because I
Jean.
denied that request that one time.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Oh, that yeah, it was so good. You gonna do it?
Huh? You want me to play it?
When
You
you
want me
play, are you gonna play that one?
if I will not deny you.
Ah, great, great. Well, we got about 15 more minutes to continue down this route before we start that,
Okay.
Brian. So, your fans will just have to wait in anticipation until we get to it. But yeah, the reason I asked you for that song, the reason I like it is that you don't. I don't know, maybe I'm saying the wrong thing here, but my opinion is that you don't do it like Michael Jackson did. You do, it's familiar to his, but you have your own style. You put your own style to it. It makes the song so great. It brings it up into the time that we're living in now. And
Thank I appreciate that because
yeah, another song.
when it comes to cover songs, what I really want to do is I want to pay tribute to their art with my art.
That's right.
I don't want to play it
Absolutely.
like that album, like.
Yeah.
It's
I hear a lot of bands out there and comments from the lead players that play with some of these bands, where they have to learn it note for note, just exactly like the recording. And I'm thinking, well, why would you do that? You could go hear that band in concert, or you could put a CD on or listen to it on YouTube or whatever.
Yep.
And I don't know why they do that because to me, there has to be some updating and putting yourself into the music to bring it up to date and to show what you can do with originality, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, like, are you going to tap in or not?
Yeah.
Are you going to Yeah, I'm with you on that. Because in really in order to tap in, you can't just you got to kind of feel your way into it. You got to yeah. And it's not a we have to play these notes
Right.
exactly for word.
Or sing it like this, exactly
Well, it's
like
not the mindset. It's not the mindset to catch the feeling of the song.
Right.
Yeah.
So I did want to bring that up because I thought that was really important. That I know that was one of the changes I noticed. The other thing I noticed is that you became more and more comfortable with your music. In other words, you get up there and you felt very relaxed. You could either go up there alone or you go up there with Lynn and Doug and whoever else might be there. And you seemed like you were really finding your niche or your niche, whatever people say. I call it niche. So I'm from the Midwest.
I spent my early childhood in Tennessee. Um, uh, what was I going to say? Uh,
Something about finding your niche. I don't know.
oh yeah. Settling in. Like it's been at the beginning of this year. I had this just this is the year. Big things are coming this year. I need to be my most uniquely authentic self in order to be my best self.
Right.
And so part of doing that means that you have to take a real good, hard, honest look. It's a tough conversation to have with yourself about the
Yeah.
things that you have suppressed in your life that bury parts of you in order to fit in
Right.
to society or to meet the expectations
Right.
that others have for you, all these things, right? And so like
Yes.
it's really hard, oh my gosh, to be authentic. It's tough because it's like being vulnerable as a superpower, you know as long as you can get over the fear and shame and guilt, and nobody wants to look at the naked ugly truth,
Yeah.
but if you can look at your own, which is what I'm trying to do, and be have a good relationship with my duality,
Right.
uh, you know um, then you know then I can settle in, you know
Yeah,
so
you've done
that
that. You're doing it.
thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
So
not for lack of effort.
the last time I interviewed you, we were discussing a little bit about your past life and some of the struggles that you had faced. Have you conquered those now?
Have I conquered what?
Well, some of the struggles that you were talking about in the past. I think there
There's
was a
no, okay,
producer,
okay.
wasn't it?
Let me put it to you this way. There's no conquering
Ah,
to be had here. Okay.
okay.
It's like I'm trying to just stay in the middle of I got forcing something and resisting something and then just allowing something.
Ah, okay.
Just trying to be where I'm at and allow myself to you know uh, to love myself and trust myself
Yeah.
to myself, and as far as one of the things that I that is the hardest is I have to remember to when people look at you through a lens that you can feel as degrading, you can't take that personal, and you just um,
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I'm a woman. I understand degrading, and
yeah,
I'm
but not to take it personal, and to just know that it's not my job
yeah,
to live up to
other
your
people say,
expectations
yeah,
or anybody's except mine. That's my job. I need to live up to my expectations, and that's really hard, right?
yeah,
Well,
yes.
you know,
I've kind of learned to accept a lot of things, but I want to tell you something. Last night there was I think a full moon out to begin with, and the second thing was I went to the Twin Dragon as always, and man, did I feel the hate. I don't know what was going on, but it was
mm,
like I got up to play, and I didn't go first. I didn't want to go first. I'm just not in the mood to even play, but I forced myself to go, and I got there, and I didn't put my name in the list, and I was just sort of waiting for the time when I felt like I was inspired enough to get up there, right?
mm.
Well, everybody in that bar walked out, I think.
Oh no,
I have no clue what was going on outside, but there was nobody in there. And I'm
wow.
like, oh my gosh. And there was an incident there, and I asked the guy what was going on, and he had taken care of the incident, and, and uh, his wife was giving me dirty. the woman that was with him, I assuming to be his wife, was giving me these strange, not very nice looks. And I'm like, what have I walked into tonight? It's like, what is this crazy town?
The body
And
language of everyone makes you like, oh,
and I
yeah.
thought, well, maybe I did something last week that they're angry about. And other than fighting with Lynn, I can't imagine what it was because we always
So
do that.
this is exactly what I'm talking about, Joy.
Yeah,
Like in that position, I can't take that personally. You
yeah,
know, what
I
did I
had
do?
to
Oh,
struggle to not.
yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly.
hear you.
Like, okay, well,
Yeah.
but it does feel weird when you're going up to get up there,
Yes.
fill the room, and it's like,
And they
that
walk out and
energy.
there's somebody in there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, okay, so what did I do? And Kurt is probably my biggest fan. I don't know if I'd stay grounded if it wasn't for him. But he said, I don't think it was you. I don't know what was happening outside. But I said, well, when the band, there were two bands there last night. When they came back in, they were all there and the people came back inside and I'm like, I can't take this personal, but I was still questioning myself when I went home. And then I finally said, I'd heck with it. It's your problem. Maybe next time it'll be better. But I brought that up because you were saying how not to take personal some of these things that you experience on stage.
Yeah, and not even on, not even necessarily on stage. I mean, it's
Anyway,
every,
yeah.
like there's so many people that will, just can't help themselves. Uh, you know, body
Right.
language says it all. Um, and it happens to everybody, I think. But for me, the more I let that slide off because it's not mine.
Yeah,
To, it's just
exactly.
everybody's just projecting their own reality. I mean, I'm
Right.
projecting my own reality right here, right now with you. You know.
Right. Right, and I
Don't-
also thinking when that happened to the week before I had, none, from being there that very seldom do you have a lot of women performers in there. But not last Sunday, this past one, but the one before that, a week ago, there were a lot of women singers. I've never seen so many in one place, and they were rock singers, right?
Is
So I get up
that the
on,
one I was at, or was it the one before?
yeah, not last night, the one before.
Right. No, no, not last night, but the one before. I think I was there, wasn't I?
Last night?
No, the one before.
Yeah, you were. I think you were. I think
I
you
was
were.
there. Yeah, yeah. I think
And
so.
I
The
said on
girl,
stage,
the
I
girl and her.
yeah,
What
yeah,
was her? She was great. She's got
yeah.
something.
I don't know. I know that Alexandra Saley was there. 'Cause she's my friend, and but I didn't know the
Yeah,
other
and,
lady.
and the girl with that's where I remember her. She was
Yeah.
there that night at Twin Dragon.
Yes, yes.
Yes, with the
So
ukulele.
earlier, I was up on stage after I came up on stage and I said, oh, "Girls," I said, well, "This force is a force to counter male testosterone. All right, then are you ready, girl?" Yeah. And I'm thinking, oh my God, is that why they did that to me? I finally let that go, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, you were there that night. I don't know if were you there all night or did you come in at the end?
I think I was there all night.
All night? Okay. Well, you
Well,
you guys hide effectively in that place. I can never keep track of you.
yeah, we just we walk through walls. Don't worry about it.
That's it. After last night, I could believe that on the one window going out to the street, it was raining. It was sunny. That was beautiful. It was like the sun had just come out in force. If you looked out the back window and behind the stage, you looked out that window, it was raining cats and dogs. You couldn't even see the trees outside. That was my first clue, I think. Anyway, moving along. Are you ready to play Billie Jean?
Sure. I'm gonna have to retune my guitar in order to do that, but
Well, you go right ahead. We can talk while you do that. You heard what I did to Doug, right? He was always complaining that drummers had to just sit there and listen to leads and people come up to play a tune. So play the tuning song, right? And while he's just waiting around, so I bought him this big ball of yarn, and I took 2 drumsticks and stuck them crisscross through the ball of yarn so that he could knit back there when he was waiting for him to tune.
That is freaking hilarious.
He did laugh. He did get that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to get out of the picture, but I'm here. I love it.
She was more like a beauty queen on a movie scene. I said, don't mind, but what do you mean? I am the one. Dance on the floor and around. She told me her name was Billie Jean and she caused a scene. And every head turned with eyes, a dream to be in the one. We danced on the floor and around. Mama always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking your girl's heart. Mama always told me, be careful who you love. Well, be careful what you do, for the night comes to you. Billie Jean is not my lover, just a girl who says that I am the one. But the kid is not my son. She says I'm the one, and I guess I'm my son. 40 days and for 40 nights, I was on her side. But who could stand when she's in the man's game? Her path, dance, floor. Hello, around. People always told me to be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking your girl's heart. And then she stood right by me, the smell of sweet perfume. Well, this happened much too soon, but she called me to her room. Not my lover, just a girl who says that the kid is not myself. She says I'm the one, but love you. Oh, not myself. Billie Jean. It's not my lover, Billie. Jimmy Dane is not my sausage. Billie Jean is not my lover.
I think that's the best you've ever done it. Bravo.
Jimmy Dean is not my sausage. Sorry, I can't. Did you hear that? That came out.
Eh, oh, I was too busy listening to the melody and what you were playing, and the look on your face as you were delivering that song. You know, you have the muscles that when you play and you haven't got a shirt on, the muscles in your arm as you're stroking the strings, just they're moving like quartet. You know,
My
there's
eyes are
all
up
this
here,
movement,
Joy.
and then yeah, hey. And the muscles in your face as you're straining to get that message out the way you want it. So yeah, I enjoy that. Now I want to hear an original.
You got it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna retune again.
Well, that's good. All right, you go ahead. I'll sit here with my yarn and knit.
This song is I'm still kind of trying to figure out how to play this one, but at the same time, the expression is just it resonates. This is the song about just the authenticity and stripping away that fear and guilt and shame and all of that. That's kind of what this song's about.
Okay.
It's called The Needle.
Good.
What's going on in here? I spent my whole life alone, trying to strip away the fear, find where I'm alone. Oh, I've been seeking out the truth, living out a lie. Oh, and looking back at you, I see we're on the same side. Oh, I tried to remember the first time when I discovered love. I couldn't slip away the fear of what's going on in here. It gets uncomfortable, but it feels something wonderful. It's not intentional, it's just the direction I go. Cause the flow's already set, Oh, and it's time to realize that although we all gotta learn and grow, it's from what we already know. Then when we awake, we can finally tell the bells to ring. We can open our eyes on a surprise. Oh, but if we're cold and back to life, I need a little more time. But just to survive, it could take my whole life. And the promises fade. You're crossing your heart open to die. I see the needle in your eye. Oh, as these promises fade. my heart when you die. Yeah. I feel the needle in my eye. Oh, so what's going on in here? Well, are we on the same side? Could we strip away the fear? Can we finally shine up along trial to remind you of the first time you discovered you could finally just strip away the fear? What's going on in here? Let's strip away the fear. What's going on in here? What's going on in here?
All right. Wow, that's what are you singing, or what is the story behind that song, Brian? Is that something that you just wrote, or where can we find to hear it again?
Right here, right here. I, you know, if you want like performances like that, like let's like come to let's go to shows or something. I'm terrible in the studio, you guys. Okay, all right. Here's the reality. When I'm playing for somebody, it feels different. When I'm in a studio with headphones on and I'm closed off,
Yes.
that is a tough.
Yes. Yes, I know. I've produced songs. I mean, I've written songs and had them produced, so I get that.
Yeah.
So, you feed off the energy of the audience, and when that isn't there, it is very difficult. And a lot of my friends during COVID were streaming, and they would stream for half hour to an hour, and sing music, and they all said the same thing. It's really difficult to perform when you're just sitting there and nobody's out there that you know of, although maybe 100 people watching you don't know it, and it's very difficult. Yes, it's a whole new category of music.
Yeah. I did spend some time in the studio just recently. My friend Riley, he's a new friend of mine that I met, and we've thrown some tracks down. We don't have anything solid, but we kind of basically I've got this guitar groove that I'm, hey, I'm feeling this. I got I got a good dozen or so new exercises, percolating. Like it's a full album's worth of material. All these different things, and it's funny how these songs that are done and been done for a long time, and then how they come in and they evolve with what's not done yet and how those things develop, and then the stuff from before kind of evolves up with it. Like it's fun to know, to notice or whatever.
Right.
Just that that evolution. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's cool. But how do we find this song?
Hit me up. I need sponsors.
Yeah.
I don't have any. I do not have this song recorded. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So if you want to hear this song, you see it, come and get it live.
Okay.
Yeah,
where are you going to be live?
Ask me to come and play.
Live.
Ask me, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying just you, Joy, but anybody.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I'm available. I will make myself available to continue
Private parties.
Path. Yes.
Yeah.
The path that is right for me, which is that, so I'll take all the opportunities I can get.
So do you have any gigs set for the future at this time? I know you're a busy man, you work, and so I understand that. So, and you have family and all these things take time.
So I believe I've got something in September. You know what? I'm just going to say yes, but I can't tell you exactly what's happening. I know that I'll be, I'm in Port Angeles right now.
Yeah.
Doing some work and I might do a pop-up show here, in Port Angeles or in Squim or something. Right. Opportunity comes along, but it's, I don't really have anything, on the books per se.
Yeah. Well, we need to get that out there so that you do.
Sure. Yeah. Yep.
All right. So when you have, you've been performing now for quite a few years. You're still working on it. You're still working on your music. Mm-hmm. Do you have any plans? What are your plans for the next, say, 1 to 5 years? Do you have anything set out, goals that you've thought about, places that you want to be? I mean, I know obviously a lot of people have that is their main thing, but their music is also important to them. And I was just wondering if you have any goals or what you want to do with this or where you want to go with it.
I would like to use my art to raise an awareness for the fact that we are all so going through the same kind of stuff. Yeah. So that our differences that used to cause conflict can be used as tools to understand ourselves. Yes. That's kind of that's where I'm coming from. Currently with my art is to be as vulnerable and authentic as possible, as much as I can, in order to show people it can be done. Maybe open up that conversation. Maybe give people some food for thought. That maybe the lens that they're looking at everything through is too bright or too dark or just look it over over here, anyway.
I get it. So mostly your solo act, is that correct? Or have you started performing with other people from time to time? Or last time I saw you performed, you were at, what's that place called in Duval, that the cafe that I saw you in, and you had another person you were singing with? I think he was.
In Carnation Cafe.
No, I saw you there. Yeah, I saw you there. But I meant the one that you did. I think it's called the Duval Cafe.
Duval Tavern.
Oh,
yeah. With Jason.
Yeah, that's it, Jason.
Yeah, that guy is great. He's the lead guitar player for Nine Penny Ride, which is the band that I've been. Yeah, is my band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's we don't really have anything. Band is Nine Penny Ride.
Nine Penny Ride. Yeah, you can find us on YouTube. We got a song on there. There's one, maybe more. I don't remember.
So if you go and put Nine Penny Ride Band, it'll come up on YouTube.
9 Penny Ride.
Is it spelled out or is it number 9?
It's spelled out.
Okay.
Yep.
I will look that up.
Cool.
So we have a few minutes. I like to give you at least 3 songs, but it does take time. So
Okay.
I'm going to give you another one, and then we'll come back. And we don't have a whole lot of time. We've only got 10 minutes. Can you believe that much time has passed?
Hey, I'm having a good time. You having fun?
Yeah, I always do when I talk to you guys.
Yeah.
And girls.
Yeah.
I just a lady named can I remember her name? I got a mental block. I just interviewed her, and her band's name was Dangerous Curves, and it's 3 women.
Huh.
I just loved the name. It was so great. Anyway, I'm going to give you time. I'm going to log off here, and hopefully I can find her name. I'm so embarrassed. Okay.
I don't even know what I want to play. Oh, I suppose while all this was going down, yeah. It's all part of the song, you guys.
I know that song is called Tuning.
There we go. Okay. It's good feeling. That's just one of the ones I'm working out. Oh yeah. Don't it make you wonder what's coming next? Oh yeah. I will allow. All these things I've been seeing in my life. Oh, look at it all through a different pair of eyes, and it seems so simple to realize. Oh, I'm just trying to live my life. I don't need no other kind of time. Oh, I don't want to just survive. All I can say for you, all I can feel, best for myself, 'cause I know that's what you need. Oh, I know that's what I need from you. I don't need to take up too much of your time. I don't mean to make up your fucking mind as I see the lies inside myself, and I hate the way don't you say it. Oh, quit playing. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I just remembered her name from last week. It was Selena Mack. I don't know. I could have forgotten that, but I did. Anyway, bravo. Thank you for that performance. And thank you for all the songs that you shared. Once again, I'm going to ask you as far as getting places to play and so forth, what works for you? How are you going about getting future gigs, Brian?
Word of mouth. Spread the word.
Yes.
Tell them I'm available.
Yes.
And I'm worth it.
And there is a good example on here now of you playing and what you play. Do you ever do other covers besides Billie Jean and your own originals?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the things that I don't really play a lot of my stuff because it's a little more complex and not everybody can do it justice. So I haven't done it yet. I haven't got a lead that of somebody that'll just, stay and play and get it down. But when I do, if I'm still alive, I hope to get there. So I hope that you find that way to get your music out there, get those gigs, and entertain people with the music that I've heard today, because I think that it's very special and unusual and good music. Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. So we have about 2 minutes. So what advice would you like to give people who might be listening? Advice, or what would you like to say? Anything? Do you have any thoughts before we close the interview, Brian?
Yeah. I want to say that there's if you look at the world today and the condition our condition is in,
Yeah.
and the absolute pandemic of mental health that no one is talking about, and the hardships that we're all facing, intimately on our own, that which no one else sees, just remember you're not alone, and that I'm rooting for you, because this is hard, going through all this stuff, it's been so extra. So,
Got it.
So,
Thank you.
I'm rooting for you all.
Right. And everybody has internal struggles, some worse than others, some in different times of their life. And it always seems, that it is a struggle to get through it. So those are good words of advice. I agree. And I will add, don't be ashamed to seek out help when you feel like you need it.
That's right. Yes.
There's nothing bad about asking.
Don't offer help you're not going to give.
That's right. That too. Well, Brian, thank you so much for being on this show
Thank
today.
you,
As
Joy.
always, it's a pleasure. I hope you do come back out, share your music. We don't seem to travel in the same places, but there is a jam at Grazi's you might want to look into. It's like once a month.
Yeah, shoot me a link, would you?
I heard the name that defined it online is Crookall, Jeff Crookall's, Crookall, and it's only
Send
done
me a
one weekend.
link.
Yeah. All right. Well, you take care. I will
Okay,
talk to
thank
you
you so
later
much,
on down
Joy.
the road. All right.
Okay.
Bye
All
bye.
right.
Thank you for
Bye.
showing up. Well, that's it for me. We do have a pre-recorded interview tomorrow. Next Monday at 2:00, and it is a lady who had to cancel and is now going to, because she had to work. And I saw 7:30 at night, thinking it was 1:30 in the afternoon to do the test for the interview. So she never got to share her music, but she will now. It is pre-recorded, so there's no interaction with her. However, you can leave messages and she will get back to you because she's waiting to see the video come out, the pre-recorded video come out. So until then, have a good rest of your day and be safe in your journeys. We'll see you next week, although it won't be live. Bye-bye. See if I can end this with any kind of grace here. All right. There we go.